Hey YouTube! This I've borrowed for a wee shot. This is a Westbury Standard. One of your famous Matsumoku guitars. I think these were sort of late 70s, early 80s. There's no sign of a serial number on it, so I don't know exactly what year it is. And I do find it a bit difficult, and it's not my guitar. I don't spend as much time looking it up and finding all about it. If I found one myself, I would be a bit more into it. Set neck. Go to our tuners, Westbury branded. That sticker, it says DiMarzio made in the USA on it. There's still one on this pickup here, so it's got DiMarzio super distortions in it. It's standard, which is pretty cool. See, it's got like a German carve, I think they call that. It's kind of recessed all the way around the outside, and it's a solid body. Very nice. These are there's another one as well. There's one called, I think this is the standard. I think there's a slightly more expensive one with sort of binding and the likes on it called I don't think it's a special, a deluxe maybe. There's a Westbury Standard and a Westbury Deluxe. Yeah, so standard Les Paul layout, doesn't have any coil splits on it. So I will play some sound. The woman across the road is threatening to get a lawnmower out. She's been doing it for the last half hour, so I'll try and be quick, get the sound out first. So obviously these strings aren't brand new, but some DiMarzio super distortions are awesome. And perfectly that's our starting mode. I don't think you can actually hear those quite, just get quite quiet more. Maybe not, these strings are a bit old, maybe not holding tune particularly well. Neck pickup. I don't think you can hear that more going. So that's what that low buzzing is. It's a lawnmower across the street. Yeah, so it's awesome. It's maybe not the most interesting looking guitar out there. That's kind of why I don't have one. Also, these are quite well renowned. Well, maybe it's just because it's got the super distortion pickups in it. You know, you never see them really cheap because the pickups are probably worth a couple £100. If you look up eBay and you look up super distortions, you will see folks selling them for £200 each. You know what I mean? And they are just I don't think they made very many different types of pickup back in the late 70s and early 80s. I think you just got DiMarzios, and they came in cream, and it was just the one model. But they do sound pretty epic. Someone commented I was thinking myself, I should really mention what the neck profiles are like in guitars, but I really don't notice really because I've got so many, I only notice if they're really thin or really thick or really triangular or really square. This kind of sits right in the middle of normal, does that make sense? See, exactly what I expected. It's actually a very similar guitar to my... I've got an Aria PE from the late 70s, which is pretty much the same time as this. And it's an awful lot. It's got a very similar feel to it because it's made in the same factory. This is a Matsumoku one. Well, it doesn't have any serial numbers. That would have made it much easier to find. But yeah, I really don't have much to say. I find it dead difficult to get enthusiastic with guitars that aren't mine. This needs a good clean as well. I need to go on about these pickups again. I've got a set sitting in my parts box down there that I bought 6 months ago without any real particular guitar I wanted to put them in. So I now need to find one to put them in. It seems I'm now in a couple of bands that I think even though they're sounding really amazing through the Wii amp, I think when you're playing them up at volume they'll probably sound even better. So I need to decide which guitar I'm going to put them in. I'm thinking of putting them in my Aria Pro up there. My Urchin, which you can't see because it's behind the bass amp. But really, if this was mine, I would spend the afternoon stripping it down and cleaning it. It's just got that feeling of something that's been sitting in the corner of a room for 10 years. It's I'm sorry, David, but I mean, it's manky. It just goes to testament how good it is. The way I can just pick it up. All I did was tune it and play it, and it's playing amazing. Sounds brilliant. As with a lot of these, all the sort of strange shaped guitars, well, not all of them, but a lot of them, you kind of, you can't, you go, ugh. But then once you've looked at it a bit, I mean, even just looking at it there on the video screen there, it is actually pretty cool. I do like it. Kind of reminds me of a Gordon Smith that's a wee bit like this. I think it's maybe a bit more symmetrical. It's maybe got two horns the same as this. Is it a Gypsy it's called? Kind of has this sort of look. Yeah, but solid guitar. I'm not going to do a long video on it, I'll just leave it at that. It's just because it's not mine. It's difficult to get enthused. Yeah, so I will be keeping my eye open for one of these at some point. It's like I tend to buy guitar. A lot of the guitars I buy for myself, I buy them bits missing and falling bits. This isn't what I want to get with bits missing because I want the pickups and all the hardware on it's amazing. So if you had it's not the sort of one I would want to replace with, and obviously you can pick up if the bridge was missing, you can pick up that sort of stuff from China really cheap. But on a nice guitar like this, I would kind of want to have the proper Goto Japanese stuff. I noticed that doesn't the Tunematic bridge there doesn't have the screw hole on the top. It's kind of like a Gibson one. That's how people always tell you that your Gibson's a Chipson, because it's got screw holes. You can put a screwdriver on the top to adjust it, whereas the Gibson bridges only have the sort of the wheel on the side. This has only got the wheel. So yeah. Lovely. So, longer review with more technical information once I've bought one myself. Rock and roll!